bump of coke.
I'm Mary Jo Duprey, and I'm the director of this reading of The Wedding Singer. How wildly talented this cast is, which I knew when I was honored to cast them, but just their ability to improvise and fill, and how good-natured everybody is, and just like I said, I'm trying to give general shapes, and their ability to just fill that in and make it look like it was worked on for weeks is really really astounding to me. Well, in some ways, honestly, it's less because, you know, everything's very stripped down. So the 3 months or so before you even go into rehearsal, you spend a lot of time with the designers, so that's not there as much. And you're really trying to find the balance between staging it but not overstaging it so that audience expectation isn't too much, but that you're giving enough motion to tell the story. You know, so it's really about sort of finding that balance because there's a limited amount of time, and you want to make it visually interesting without overburdening the actors because they're, you know, they're on book. So it's simplifying and finding it more in general shapes, you know, so that everybody can see the story moving in space. I really find myself in the car listening to George's prayer because I think doing the Jewish prayer to a George Michael type of song is just absolutely one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life or heard. You know, and I worked at weddings on Long Island. I was in catering, and I was in a wedding band as well. So all of that kind of thing. I worked weddings and bar mitzvahs. So the connection of that 80s music with the traditional Hebrew prayer, I just think is just hilarious. I think just what a great show it is. That was a surprise to me too, because The Wedding Singer came out the same year as Jersey Boys, which is an amazing musical, and it got so much attention and so many awards that I think The Wedding Singer kind of got a little lost in the mix, and that happens some years. And I had never actually even seen the show myself. I knew a bunch of the songs from it, but I have just fallen so in love with it. And I think it's a show that should be done as much as Legally Blonde gets done because it really is just as great.